Really not sure where to begin, to tell you the truth. You know, where it all began and how it all started and how I end up where I'm at. A lot of people think my life was a movie actually. It really wasn't. My life was conflicted with torture, pain, mental, physical, verbal abuse from the system. I was born in 75, precisely on June 19th. My biological mother was 15 years old when she was raped and conceived me. Now, back in the 70s, it was very frowned on to get pregnant out of marriage. Oh, that's caveman thinking. So I was adopted to a very amazing Trinidadian family in Canada. I wasn't easy to deal with. I was very hard to deal with. My case was the first or the second in Ontario to need the support and guidance and proper schooling, which wasn't demanded on back then. And why am I telling this story? Is because there's a lot of this new generation that are so self-entitled, thinking that everything should be handed to them, that they are the future, that what they say and what they think is all that matters. Unfortunately, it's what you think and what you say doesn't matter. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Because if it mattered, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are in today. And you can't sit there and say, oh, thank God, or I wish God, or there's no God. I'm sorry to say this, but you can call me whatever you want. I experienced it for myself. I was dead twice in my life. Twice. Once when I was a child, when I was being born, lack of oxygen to the brain. Took about 10, 15 minutes to get me going. Okay? The second time was when I had emergency surgery. The surgeon messed up and had to resuscitate me. That was half an hour. Everyone has their own beliefs and their own religions, and I respect that 100%. But what I do not accept is the fact that we have different groups, different sexes, different races, and so forth. It's just so hard to keep fucking a list of everything in your head. But the one thing that they fail to mention or make it a number one priority is actually respect. Respect goes two ways. I give you respect, you give me respect. I treat you with respect in how you want to live your life and what you want to do in the privacy of your own home, not in the public area. Not because you want attention or you don't love yourself enough or you have low self-esteem. Listen, anyone that's going on fucking YouTube, Twitter, Snap, whatever, crying and bawling, crying, throwing a temper tantrum just to get views is ridiculous. I'm not looking for views. I'm not looking for subscriptions. I'm just doing this as an outlet because unfortunately there were times where 2-3 times where I actually almost pulled the trigger on myself. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Even with all the losses and all the negative disappointments in my life. When I mean negative disappointments, try being in the group home system at the age of 4. Try being on medication at the age of 4 for something that's nothing really wrong with you. It's just you're a hyper kid. You just want to do things. You can multitask. That was a generation of the 70s and 80s. We're coming into the new millennia. And unfortunately, I am so afraid for this new generation because they are more concerned about their feelings and trying to prove a point. And then doing so, you make an ass of yourself, and then you make an ass of everyone else, like myself. I'm here because I don't have that much long left to live. Unfortunately, my time is coming soon. I had a heart failure 2 years ago. Out of the blue, working, it was a Monday working, everything was great, and all of a sudden I'm in the hospital that night. My heart pumping capacity dropped down to a staggering 6 to 8%. Now, minimum for your LVE pumping capacity is roughly, minimum is 55. Mine was 7 or 8. Again, I should have been dead. I don't even know how I was walking around. I don't even know how I was doing anything. So, as time goes on, I have a son. I had a son. And this is where where this video is going. My son was 8 years old before he took his own life. And I'm one to blame for it. I'm fully to blame. I was a coward for not being a father because I didn't know what it was like to be a father. I didn't have one. I never grew up with one. Even though I had, adopted parents, I was in the group home system until I was 18, 19. And no matter what, I still try to be a better person. But sometimes you just get influenced to so much shit. So roll to 2016. My son's born January 4th, 2016. Beautiful boy, smart, intelligent, miracle child actually. His mom couldn't conceive with her previous relationship over the course of 10 years. So to me, it was a blessing. Now you can ask me, why is it a blessing if I don't believe in God or in the devil? Well, my son shouldn't have been conceived, but he was, and I'm thankful. My son is what the new generation would have been. He had an open mind. He expressed his views, but one thing that he, as an 8-year-old, that every adult on this world fails to have is respect. He respected everyone that came in contact with him, and he came in contact with. He took his life because I wasn't always around, and that's my fault. And I take the full responsibility of not being a parent because I was too immature in dealing with my ways. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for forgiveness. I know what I did, and I was really stupid and immature. I wasn't ready to be a father. And I know what they say, you should have wrapped it up. Yeah, everyone says that. But when you're put into that situation and you have those feelings and adrenaline running and you're having a good time and you've known the person for a while, you kind of forget about it. So my son came to me one day without his mother's acknowledgement, told me that there was no death, there was no heaven, no hell. And I asked him why. And he said, the one thing that made so much sense to me is that we are made of pure light, pure energy. We're all energy. That's it, just pure energy. And you can't change that. Energy is light. Light, slow down, turns into particles. So my son told me this, and I was kind of shocked. And I shouldn't have been shocked because when my son was able to talk, he was talking about, I think when he was 1 year old, he was saying, not complete sentences, but he was just basically, he could talk. And he would explain the stars, the moons, the universe, the dinosaurs, the earth. And this kid didn't really pick up a book as far as for science to find out these correct informations. He just knew it. It baffled my mind. And I just need every parent out there to love their children every day. Your children will make mistakes. Your children will make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We were children. We drove our parents crazy. We drove them nuts, you know? We were rebellious, and that's what really happened. And I wish that how the system is now would be what it was like back in the 70s, because there would be a lot of people that would be mentally saved and not be confused into trying to figure out who they are. So fast forwarding, my son passes away on March 8th of this year. One of the hardest things in my life to accept. Now, it is hard because if you were in my shoes, I'll back it up. I've lost someone that I've loved, or I've lost my dogs. I've lost someone every year since 2019. 2020 was my dog. 2021 was my other dog. And my grandmother in 2021, who I love to death to this day. She's my world. Without her, I think I wouldn't have the personality or the skills that I have now. Then I lost my other dog, who was my best friend. And then I lost my son. So I've had tragedies since 2019. Now, some would sit there and say, "Oh, that's God doing that to you," and blah blah blah. It's not. It's nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with what is out there. It's what my actions did. I was a very bad person growing up. Did a lot of bad things, and I regret everything that I've actually done. And I shouldn't say that I regret, because I wouldn't be here where I am today. But I regret because children like me growing up didn't have the support of social workers or somebody that cares or would check up on you. Yeah, you had, child services, but there was only so much they could do. They were so overloaded, it was ridiculous. I'm not perfect. I never have and never will be. I'm sorry for all the things that I've ever done in this world. I'm not looking to cleanse or to get forgiven. I accept the shit that I've done as a man, and I'm sorry for the shit that I've done as a man. And I'm the only person that I'm sorry to the most in this world is my son for failing him. So you ask, you've been through so much, why are you still here? I didn't choose to be here. My biological mother, didn't choose to be here. But I have to make the best of it. I'm not rich. I'm not looking to be. I don't care about money. All I care about is happiness, love, and the world getting along. And our world is decaying as fast as we're reproducing, and no one really cares. And that's really sad, because the previous generations that were on this earth should be taking care of it for the future generations to come, because there will be future. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, even regardless of the bullshit that's going around the world. The bullshit that's going around the world is people are tired. They're fed up of being told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it from their governments. And they have every right to stand up and to voice their opinions and to protest and to voice their opinions and to help shape what Canada can be. And it could be much better than what we're sitting at. We've had vets that have been just thrown under the bus. We've had federal workers who work day in and day out thrown under the bus. The police thrown under the bus. The RCMP thrown under the bus. Provinces thrown under the bus. And at the end of the day, it's like enough is enough. Canada is a free, independent, loving, caring country before Justin Trudeau came in. And yes, we wanted to change back in 2005 because that's what we wanted. But there's no change. It's just the same shit repeats itself over and over and over and over. And I ask myself, when is this all going to eradicate itself and just level out, go back to normal, where people were treating people with respect? I don't care what gender you are. I don't give a fuck if you're gay, straight, up, down, sideways, backways, pink to blue. I don't care. We bleed the same, we eat the same, we shit the same, we piss the same, we grow the same. Our bloods are the same, minus, your blood type. But what I'm getting at is that our generation from the 70s to the 2000s were all about respect. We have these new millennials that want these pronouns up and downs. Listen, I'll respect you as a human, but I ain't going to use no fucking pronouns to change my English to accommodate you. You didn't accommodate to what I am or to what my beliefs are, to what I want, is because what I want and my beliefs or anything are private. It shouldn't be out there to be displayed. When you're displaying your temper tantrums, it's just because you don't love yourself. I'm sorry to say it. You have no fucking self-love, no respect for who you are, none of it. You don't even care to even try to love yourself. You want to force people to love you for how you look, and it doesn't work that way. You have to love you for you, inside and out. And that's what you're forgetting. You're forgetting the fact that you have to love yourself inside and out. No matter what fucked up shit you've done or what your views and beliefs are. And I'm sorry to say this, but it needs to be said. Nobody gives a fuck. We don't care. We have bigger and better things to deal with and to make the world better than worrying about some guy that wants to dress as a girl and be called a woman because he thinks that he can dress in a woman's clothing and he's a woman. No, you still got a penis. Until you can show me you can shove a tampon up your penis and get your monthly periods bleeding from your penis and not your ass, then we can talk. Until you can conceive a child and carry a child within you, shut your mouth. Stop demanding people respect you because you demand it. Respect is earned. Respect is given. And that's the rule, the fundamental rule throughout the universe is respect. Yin and yang, up and down, good and evil, if that's what you believe in. Now, at the end, when this is all said and done, I hope the world can go back to where they loved everyone for who they were, and it wasn't about material clout or how many fucking views do I have on my social media, because nobody fucking cares. Nobody. They care for a moment because it's something that takes their mind off of what is really going on deep down inside of them, and you gotta grow a pair. Men of this generation are fucking pussies. Nobody wants to fight with fists anymore. Everybody wants to fight with guns and knives and want to sneak attack you and want to rob you because they're too lazy to get a fucking job. And the excuses that they have is, I had a bad upbringing. I wasn't loved enough. I didn't have my parents. Shut the fuck up, man. My biological father raped the fuck out of my 15-year-old mother. Do you know what kind of fucking psychological damage that does to a person? Then to give up your child after you just gave birth. Tell me how you would feel. And then to know that your baby is with another family, even though that's not what you wanted. I could blame the system. I can blame the government. Man, I could sue the government right now for millions for what they put me through, for all the torture that the group homes and the institutes that held me, that were supposed to take care of me, that was supposed to protect me, that was supposed to educate me and to help me get to be a better person and to show me what I should be doing to get on the right path. Yeah, I was in gangs and drugs and guns and you name it. Yeah, when I was growing, I had to find a way to feed myself, to clothe myself, because every time I would run away from the group home because I didn't like being told what to do. Yeah, maybe I have an attitude problem, I'm an asshole or this or a piece of shit. I don't fucking care what anyone thinks about me. I only care about what I think and what I feel. And if you don't like it, you can suck my dick. Plain and simple. Be yourself. Learn to love yourself. Spend time with yourself. Life is short. You have no idea what will happen tomorrow. You might think, oh, yeah, I'm invincible. Dude, I thought the same shit, man. Until one day I was at work and boom, I caught a virus, attacked my heart, dropped me to the floor. Yeah. And you could say it might be karma for all the things I've done. My son being taken away from me could be karma. All the dogs I've loved that I've had throughout the years that didn't deserve to die. Yeah, I could say that's bad karma. Or I could say the attitude and how I behaved growing up could be karma, bad karma as well. Every action has a reaction. Whatever, no matter what you do, good or bad, has a reaction. It's just laws of physics. It's just the law of attraction, the way it works. And I know I'm rambling on or whatever, but I'm tired of seeing people degrade themselves or put themselves out on social media to look like a fool, because you're making us look like a fool. Not just you, you're making humanity look stupid. North America is already a laughing stock. Our future generations are gender-based females and males that want to be recognized as their sex. And you have every fucking right. But you don't have a right to be that sex that you want to be and to claim those rights. You know, every choice that we make and choose has a repercussion or a positive effect. You know, just like the government, the liberals, they make this Bill 21 to say we want to make the streets safer, but it's not. It's all about money. This world is run by money, by greed, not by love, respect, empathy. Empathy, that's another one. That's a big one. Empathy. Think about that. If everyone just loved everyone and just respected everyone, the world would be much better. It would be paradise. You wouldn't have to worry about your family being hurt or you being attacked out in public. You know, I remember a time where we never had to lock our doors. I didn't need to have semi-automatic rifles and semi-automatic shotguns and a handgun just to make sure my family is safe, and 4 King Corsos just to make sure if somebody breaks into my house that I'll be safe. My family would be safe. My friends would be safe. You know, whoever's under my roof that comes and is here chilling, whatever. You know, we need to get back to respect. We need to get back to loving each other. If the world would just smoke enough fucking weed, we'd have no fucking problems. So back to the moral of the story after that little rant, my apologies, is that figure out who you are. Don't worry about other people. What other people think, say, or do doesn't matter. It really doesn't. As long as what you think and what you do and what you say and feel, that's what matters, because this is your world. This is not your parents' world. This is not your boyfriend or girlfriend's world or your partner's world or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is your life. You live it. Make the best of it, because there's no heaven and there's no hell. There's pure light, reincarnation. Light, reincarnation. Light, reincarnation. And everything that we do in this life will come back and haunt us in the next. Just like how your parents would say, wait till you have kids. They're going to treat you worse than you treated us. And that is absolutely true. That is. It's absolutely true. So please be kind, be loving, respect one another. Show empathy. Empathy. Just show some empathy. Other people are struggling, hurting, in pain, with mental illness, mental disease, drug addictions. It's not that hard to ask someone if they need help. It's not that hard to lend a helping hand. Just be respectful is all we're asking. We will respect you if you respect us. And that's how it should be both ways. At the end of the day, this world could be much better, and it should be much better. We're better than this. We're not animals. We're not savages. Like, take some initiative and responsibility and make something of your life instead of blaming everyone for fucking causing you to fucking do stupid shit. You know exactly what you're doing when you're doing it, and you can't sit there and say that you don't, because you do. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but all I know is I'm going to enjoy every moment of my life, every second that I can, with no regrets. And I'm going to make the best in helping others as much as I can, and being there for people that need someone to talk to, and someone to vent to, and someone to listen to, and not be judged by the way you look, you talk, or your beliefs. We just need more people that care. This world will be much better if we just care. Thanks for listening. And I hope that the world changes really soon, because we're going down a very bad path. We really are. And it's a path that cannot be reversed if it's too late. It can be reversed now, but going forward, who knows? Only time will tell, right? So I hope and I wish everybody a beautiful day. I love you all. I send love to everybody, even the ones that hate me, talk shit about me, wish me dead. I still love you, and I still respect you, and I still want you to be happy and to make the best of your life. I want you to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself so that you can be happy, so you could feel love, so that you can grow and be a better person. Because that's what this world needs, is better people that understand and that care. We don't care about wars. We don't care about wanting to be a king or a god. No, we are gods within our own selves. We are kings within our own selves, just like females are queens within their own selves. And women are pure light and pure love and pure understanding. But men over the years have really taken that away from women, from the abuse and treatment of women. And it's sad, because at one point in time, you had a mother. Would you treat your mother like that? I would never dare to put my hands on another female regardless of what she did. I don't care if she kicked me in the nuts. You don't put your hands on a woman. Never do. That's the number one rule. It's best if you get slapped in the one eye, turn your cheek and get slapped in the other. It's better just to walk away. Because you don't know if that person's having an internal bad day. Something triggered them when they first woke up. It's not their fault. Everyone's growing and adapting to learn to be better and to be smarter, to be wiser, to be loving and caring. And we need more. We need more of that in this world. We got too much hate, too much violence. And for what? Because you want clout? You want to be recognized? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit anymore, man. Nobody cares what you have and what you don't have, or who you are and what you don't. Like, all these social media influencers should be pretty ashamed in their actions, because the message that they're sending to the younger generation is basically, you can just shake your ass, take your clothes off, and make a buck. No, that's not respect. That's degrading yourself. And yeah, you could do whatever you want. But again, just show some love, empathy, and care to other people, regardless of what you do. I just want the world to be better. I want the world to be cleaner, happier. And I just want pure love. That's it. Just pure love. Love will set you free. That's what my grandma used to say. Well, anyways, till next time, thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me vent when I don't have anywhere else to vent. And I hope this helps other people too. I hope it helps people that think that, their parents don't love them, or they don't want them, or anything like that. They do. It's just they don't know how to deal with the situation at hand. So it's always best if you just take a couple of deep breaths, let a couple days go by, and talk to your parents. You always should be communicating regardless to each other. Communication is the key. Communication is the fundamental of life. You can't get away without communication. You can't get away without love. You can't get away without positivity. So, love you, everyone. Love each other. Appreciate everyone, because you don't know when your time will come. And like they say, you can't bring your material shit with you when you die. The only thing that you can bring with you is the amount of love that you gave to other people that helped them become better, that will weigh your good and bad. So you choose. I'm out.